Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel or my Facebook page, depending on where you're finding this video. True Divine 44 for both of those. Like, shares, subscribes and comments are greatly appreciated, and much love to everybody who's supported me thus far. I really appreciate all of the private messages also. So I'm putting out as much free content as I can, general tarot readings, the collective energies in various different formats. So some of it might resonate with you, some of it might not. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. It might all resonate with you, or parts of it might resonate with you, like I said. So just take what resonates. Don't bend the reading to your will, otherwise you won't get the right kind of messages. You can always support me by hitting me up for a private tarot reading with any of the contact details above or below, or on Facebook Messenger. But put in capitals what service you would like, just so I know that you're a client that needs to be seen quicker. In that, you know, put reading in capitals or energy work in capitals. If you're local to me, massage also. So hit me up and support me that way, and I greatly appreciate all of the clients that have done that thus far. So this is for the lovely Leos, the courageous Leos out there, and it's for the month of March 2020. Quite a bit going on, Leo, as usual with you. It's a pretty dynamic sign. So we've got this Two of Wands, very indicative of you, courage, going forward. There's an action plan, there's something that you want to get done, which isn't unusual for you, something that you're going towards. You know, you're going towards it quite fast. You're making the plans and decisions to start to put wheels in motion. To clarify, this card is the Knight of Cups. So again, something that you're passionate about, something that is stirring the emotions, something that you want to get done. You're moving towards it. You're moving towards that action moment. You know, it could be a lot to do with love, Leo, in this reading, to be fair. That's what I'm picking up, in that you want to take something further, or that you might be getting messages from somebody else who is embodying the energy of this Knight, who wants to take something further with you, who wants to, you know, move things along a bit on the relationship scale. The second card for the second week of March is the Tower. Now, don't all shudder. You know, the Tower is the unstoppable force. It's definite forceful change. The Tower represents, you know, for me, anything that is built up of ego and illusion that we've built up around our lives, even labels, things that we've put on ourselves, the things that we've had around us, even the people that we've had around us. If they're built up on of ego and illusion, then the Tower does get rid of them. The Tower does make them crumble to the ground, which can seem very disconcerting, very it can cause a lot of anxiety, it can cause a lot of pressure. But actually, a lot of the time, because it's not good for us to live under illusion, and the inner self knows that, so a lot of the time we're actually living under a lot more sustained stress than we are after this moment, after this Tower moment. There often is a reprieve, a time of relief, a time of lighter shoulders, so to speak. You know, there's an unstoppable change here coming in. And I feel it might be regarding the fact that there's maybe been some illusion built up around self, ego-wise, that has sort of attracted the wrong kind of energies towards you, relationship-wise, that has attracted, you know, people that it was never going to work with. It's like two broken halves coming up to try and make a whole. It's not going to make a whole, it's just going to make a literal hole that, you know, that gets bigger and bigger and bigger, you know, between the two of you, because that it's not real, it's not raw. So I think there's been some ego built up around self, Leo, that you needed to shed. Ego built up around the kind of people that you've attracted to you. And actually, in these first two cards, either you or somebody around you is actually wanting to offer you something real, to offer you something that could be lasting, something that could be truthful, something that is that has raw emotion in it, that isn't because of who you are or what you do or how much money you've got. It's because of the core of you. They're interested in the core of you. But while all of this illusion that makes up the bricks in this tower was in your life, all of this sort of fanfare that was in your life, there's no space for this person to get in, which is why it's still at the 2 of Wands rather than the 3. It's new, it's embryonic, it's not in the action phase. And this Knight is representing that there's a want to go forward, to bring it into the action. So to clarify this tower, which is awesome for you, Leo, although this might feel a bit at the time, in the 2nd week of March, we have the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups, you see what I mean about this tower of illusions being brought down, the ego being stripped away, and the core of you being left. And it's made space and time for this new emotional start, this new relationship that I'm feeling for a lot of you coming in, that is true, that is raw, that has substance. It has an attraction to the core of you, not what was built up around you, not who you are, what your name is, how much you make, and what car you drive, but the you. And actually, you can connect to this energy more so because it's you. It's just the core of you that's left after this tower moment. And if it doesn't represent a relationship for you, Leo, this could all be to do with self. This could all be to do with the fact that, you know, sometimes we build up very lovely things, very luxurious things, very good things that look good on the outside. Sometimes we can go a bit far doing that, and we sort of start living up to that standard rather than remembering who we are, what our soul's journey is, what we want to represent truly. And you know, and then we end up just representing this outer shell, you know, and portraying this outer shell and forgetting about the inner self. And this tower comes up in the 2nd of March if this doesn't regard a relationship and it's just all about the self. It is to make space and time for the true you, the soul's journey to start, the emotional kickstart, you know, the jump start, this gift. So actually, as many times before in readings that I've done, the tower is this blessing in disguise in an enormous way, in a way that you can't imagine while you're going through the tower moment. But, you know, I can see on the other side for you, Leo, if this represents you, go with it, flow with it. Don't, the tower feels a lot more uncomfortable when we try and fight it, when we try and, you know, go against that cycle, that motion, that ebb in the wheel. Flow with it, and it happens a lot quicker, a lot smoother, a lot less painfully, and you have this space and time for this new start. Everything that was built up of illusion stripped away, and the real you being found, being seen, being recognized. So it's actually awesome for you. And the 3rd week is I think more of the energy of the tower going on into the 3rd week of March 2020, in that there's a lot you're going to find that you'll actually, the tower might strip a lot away, and the circumstance that the tower brings about might strip a lot away, i.e. it might strip the people around you that were false, that were just around you because of what you had, what you represented. But also I think you're going to go further with this. I really do. With this emotional new start, this Ace of Cups, I really do feel that you're going to actually really get into this sort of feng shui of your life, you know, that you want to align things, you want to get rid of any clutter, and you actually start cutting more and more out of your life in order for you to feel comfortable, in order for you to have this space, rather than feeling so wrapped up and clustered in. And sometimes the more things we have, the more tied we are to a certain place or a certain person that isn't right. So, you know, that I feel like you're decluttering your life with this 5 of Pentacles here, which on its own sometimes can mean a lack, a wanting, a need. But I really do feel for you, it's more of a case of clearing the clutter, clearing the shit out of your life, whether that's represented in people, things, jobs, whatever it is. You start getting into this Tower moment and start taking it forward and cutting it out. A lot of the Five of Pentacles speaks also about self-questioning, questioning the spiritual self as to what needs to happen here. Why am I feeling this way? Why have I gotten into this position? Why do I feel so wrapped up? Why do I feel so restrained? So there's a lot, and that seems to release for you also, just like the Tower released this Ace of Cups for you. We then have this clarifying card for the Five of Pentacles being the Nine of Pentacles. So alignment, the calmness, the harmony after the storm of the Tower. There's this calm and harmony restored in this Nine of Pentacles. And actually, for you feeling that lack moment in this Five of Pentacles, you actually unlock another level. You unlock you find another key to unlock another door, opening up opportunities for financial abundance, for even more financial abundance, but maybe in a very different way than before. Maybe in a way that really does sort of still feed your soul, that still feeds your passions, rather than just wanting to make the money, wanting to keep the money. This is more about actually not even feeling like you're working, because you're doing something that you love, because you've maybe cut out something, you know, that you were working, and you were working just for the things, just for the materials. But this, ironically, you can afford even more things, more materials, but you don't need that. You're just happy knowing that you're materially sustained and you have more of a financial flow, but actually you don't have the need to go out and spend. There's this alignment with self, there's this comfortability with self, that you don't feel you have to cover yourself in such abundance and in such luxury to be seen by others, to be recognized by others for the status that you have. The final card for the week 4 is the Sun card. So you see how this whole process, where it might feel a bit sticky and a bit tricky at times, there's this enlightenment at the end of it. You know, the sun is shining upon everything that you do, everything that you see. You know, there's enlightenment. You can see the bigger picture surrounding your life. You can see the bigger picture of the things going on around you, and there's abundance here, there's comfortability here, there's bliss here in the sunshine. You know, it feeds growth. The sun causes growth, it causes exponential growth. So there's that for you, both spiritually and materially. And physically, you know, the sun gives us a lot of health benefits also. So, you know, it's as if this sun is shining from within, Leo, within you in the month of March 2020. Because of this Tower card, you've made this space inside of you where there's just this light coming from you, being emitted from you, that people can see and recognize, and actually give you much more respect than even before, when you had all of the labels maybe, or all of the success maybe. There's just this real you, and the light shining within you and upon you on the 4th week. And to clarify that further, I mean, you couldn't get more aligned with self and the universe, the surrounding people around you, the things around you, the animals around you, just the whole universe within and without. There's true alignment here, because to clarify the sun, for the 4th week in March, we have the 10 of Cups. So true bliss, alignment, feeling set, feeling fulfilled, this emotional maturity, but at the same time childlike blissfulness, this childlike happiness. So Leo, it's well deserved, because whenever we go through the Tower moment and the stripping of ego, the stripping of labels, that's tough. But the universe and yourself is granting you such reprieve thereafter, because it looks like in this reading you decide to flow with it. You decide to just hold your hands up and go with it. Just go down the water slide with it and see what happens. And what happens is true alignment and real spiritual growth, real emotional growth, a new emotional maturity of how you see things, the perspective that you have. On the bottom of the deck, we have the 9 of Pentacles. So again, we've got 2 9s here, 2 9 of Pentacles. So true abundance. You have nothing to worry about materially or financially, and that is, I think, part of the illusion that the Tower is getting rid of. That actually you don't need to constantly go after the money, because whatever you're doing, whatever you're emitting, is actually going to attract that anyway. When you just flow, when you do things that feed your spirit, that make you emotionally balanced and emotionally happy and calm at the same time. So that sustainability is there. On the bottom of the other deck is the High Priestess. So you know you're being guided this month. You know, the High Priestess, the divine feminine energy supporting. And the main thing I can get from this is supporting you within that Tower moment, which is so pivotal in your life in the middle of March. That, you know, supporting. And what she does is she holds space and time for things to be broken down, especially ego. With the divine feminine energy of the High Priestess, she can strip ego down with one look. And she's holding you and supporting you. So though it might be cruel to be kind, or it feels that way, there couldn't be a bigger kindness that this divine feminine energy, this High Priestess, is giving you right now, to strip away things and people, surroundings that aren't real, that aren't true, that aren't good for you, to make space and time for such abundance that the Sun would come out and the 10 of Cups would come out to clarify that, and 2 9 of Pentacles. So actually it's an awesome, awesome reading, Leo. If you decide to just flow with it this month, let things be, allow that stripping away, allow that detox. It's almost like you're going through rehab. Some of you actually might decide to go to rehab and strip away any addictions that you might have accumulated, that are holding you back, that are giving you a skewed sense of reality. So some of you might be doing that, and you know that'll be tough. That is a Tower moment, stripping away that illusion that you are in need of that substance, that you can't live without that substance. You know, that is a powerful, powerful addiction. It's a powerful, powerful illusion. But you know, many people go through that. Many people come through it at the other end. And if you are going to rehab, then you couldn't be doing a better thing, because the ending of this reading says to you that you will be supported. You do have energy around you, this, especially this divine feminine energy around you, to hold you, make space for you, and hold time for you while you go through this process. So if you are going to rehab, I send you much, much kudos, much, much love. Go for it, do it, whatever it is that is going to make you feel physically and spiritually aligned, then you've got my backing. Sending you great energy for that, if that resonates with you. So Leo, that's your reading for March. If you would like a private reading, like I said at the start, hit me up with any of the contact details above or below. Go over and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We need to grow that a bit more. Much, much appreciated. And I'll see you again real soon. Be balanced always and be whole. Mwah.